For me, it's very obvious. I thought more people would be able to catch on. I am quiet, stoic, not talk.
Whipped. What? Quiet, stoic, and not talkative? Dude, you literally started your career by talking shit online. Being outspoken and talkative is literally the only reason any of us know who you are. What are you on about?
Now. Okay, so they're not a fan of the resting bitch face. All right, well...
Is that what that is? Is that what you think that motherfucker, my wife is the master of RBF. And that, sir, is no resting bitch face. That is the face of a man who's dead inside.
Do you guys really need me to fucking bloviate about how I really...
Bloviate? Somebody got a word of the day calendar for his birthday. Look at you. If you guys want the extended director's cut of this video, it looks like this is a 23-minute long video. If you want the extremely extended director's cut of this video, which we may thumb through, we're not going to go through all of it. It's way too fucking long. But apparently he did a pre-game show live stream. And the VOD is still up on Twitch, so we'll go look at that. Where he basically rambles and talks shit leading up to his video. And there may be something interesting in there, which we'll watch that and find out. For now, let's get into my gameplay. While we watch iDubbbz complain. I'll be doing more Rocket League because I want to unlock more stuff for Fortnite. Okay, cool. All right, anyway, iDubbbz. You may begin your humiliation ritual, sir.
I don't know if this is your own theory or if it's just like implanted in your brain from all the other hate videos. There was never a bonus. I never spoke to these losers about a bonus. If you're gonna be a hater-ass bitch, take it the full way. By the way, the background is a work in progress, so you can just tune that out.
We got it. You broadcast from a basement now.
Today, I'm going to be doing the thing that everyone tells you not to do, and that is feed the trolls. One of the more important things that I want to talk about is my relationship with Anissa. I love Anissa.
How you feel about her was never in question, sir. We want to hear what she says.
Love everything about her. I've only grown to love her more with time, and a lot of people online don't see it that way. For me, it's very obvious. I thought more people would be able to catch on. I am quiet, stoic, not talk.
Whipped. What? Quiet, stoic, and not talkative? Dude, you literally started your career by talking shit online. Being outspoken and talkative is literally the only reason any of us know who you are. What are you on about?
Talkative. She is the opposite of that. She is loud, very talkative,
obnoxious,
social. People struggle to understand that dynamic, I think, especially me being a person who has made a career of talking online. So yes, Anissa will oftentimes, like in many relationships, be the more talkative one. We've been...
Okay, so this is gonna sound weird, and I think I paused it at the perfect spot. But oh shit, I think I paused it at the perfect spot. But does the shadow, the lighting, everything from his mic, it's not just me. Like, it looks like he has cleavage, right? Like, it looks like he has cleavage over here, right? Those look like boobs? Looks like iDubbbz has boobs. He's gone full bitch mode. Check it out.
Been together for nearly 10...
Look, it even moves with him. Does he have boobs? I'm starting to think it's not a shadow. Does he have boobs now? Is he wearing boobs? Did he get boobs? Look, it moves with him.
Years, and all of it has been online for the public to see. And
I think he has boobs now. iDubbbz has boobs now. The iBoobs. Oh, he's such a bitch. He's growing tits.
There are still people accusing her of cheating, accusing me of being in an abusive relationship.
Yes, but why do they accuse those things? Could it have anything? Damn it. My own fucking team. Does it have anything to do with the fact that, you know, she won't shut up and the things she says might be alarming? Should be red flags for any guy in a relationship. They're not saying all of this stuff to make fun of you. Well, okay, some of us are. But most of them, I would imagine, in your audience are saying it to warn you because, hey, dog, I think your girl might be cheating. I think that might be what's happening here. Hey, did you see she said this thing? That's a red flag. Hey, your girl might be cheating on you. Did you know your girl might be cheating on you? We worry about you, iDubbbz. Your girl might be cheating. Okay, after this last thing she said, I'm almost 100% certain she is cheating. Maybe you should do something about that. No? Instead you're gonna complain online and whine about us telling you? Okay, cool. You really are the meme of everyone could see it but me.
None of this is true. And there is no evidence for any of this except, like, I guess, body language experts coming on and being like, iDubbbz is being stoic here.
Wait, who's this body language expert?
Therefore,
I hadn't seen that yet.
or he's in hell.
Okay, hang on. Watch.
Fucking Kino Casino? Ha! This video can't be real. This video can't be real. No.
Watch the change there. Watch the change there.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I have never gotten.
Look at Ian in this moment. Oh my god.
Like, he looks sad. No, he is disgusted at her. He's depressed. He's so disgusted
Working
by this.
on.
He looks disgusted with this.
He looks so uncomfortable. He's like, should I beat?
This can't be real. They're comedians. These are jokes. They're not body language experts. Although, they're also not wrong. Oh, God. I popped when I saw Kino Casino in the... Oh, shit. Oh.
He looks so uncomfortable. Look at this guy's body language. He doesn't want to be there.
Look how miserable he looks. Dude, he looks miserable. Dude, he looks like he wants to kill himself.
I mean, I kind of want to kill my...
He didn't edit it properly. You can hear the last part where he said in a video game. You tried to Climp Chimp him and failed. You can still hear it very faintly.
Myself now. Okay, so they're not a fan of the resting bitch face. All right, well...
Is that what that is? Is that what you think that motherfucker? My wife is the master of RBF. And that, sir, is no resting bitch face. Oh, fuck. That is the face of a man who's dead inside. It's what Anissa told him it is. Oh.
I'm not gonna smile all the time, fellas. And even when I smile, you guys still, like, contort it into he's so uncomfortable or he's smiling through the pain.
Why are you making this video? Why are you doing this? This is a humiliation ritual, right? Like, he has to know that this isn't helping. I mean, he's the granddaddy of commentary. Like, he's the original. He's the reason we all do this. He's the reason the genre exists. He has to know what this is. How this looks on the outside. Like, he cannot be this... Like, there can't... No. He has to have more self-awareness than this. It has to be intentional. It just has to be. I refuse to believe otherwise.
Oh, he's so uncomfortable. And
No.
he's smiling on his face.
What?
But inside his eyes, you can see his pain.
That's-
For some reason, well,
What is this editing he's doing? This lazy iMovie editing thing he's doing.
not for some reason. For the reason of sexism and people's view on OnlyFans and them just not liking Anissa, they want to push forward a narrative that she is actively and continually cheating.
Yeah, I'm playing Rocket League to unlock the stuff in Fortnite. Because I want I care more about Rocket Racing than Rocket League. I'm not very good at Rocket League. Damn, you really hate this internet dude. This internet dude hates himself. Also, it looks like he has boobs. Check out the cleavage. It moves with him. I'm convinced it's boobs and not a shadow. Pay attention. The curtain is taped up. Oh, God. Yeah, he's broadcasting from a basement now. He went from internet legend of basement dwelling. I don't know. Maybe he's trans now. He's got boobs. It looks... I'm convinced those are boobs. It's not a shadow. Those are boobs. Okay, those are boobs. All right, here. I'll party up with you. Those have got to be boobs, right?
On me. And if you listen to freaks like this guy I'm about to show, it makes sense why. They are obsessed.
Anissa wants to have sex into having sex with Anissa. I think he wants to bang Anissa. Anissa was horny and wanted to have sex with this therapist. While Anissa...
They're not obsessed with you, iDubbbz. They're obsessed with views. And making fun of you gets views. And you feeding into the trolls is going to get them more views, which is going to get you trolled more. That's the cycle you've started. You have to know this. It's super obvious. He's playing into it on purpose, right? Like, he has to be.
herself to it.
Yep. Do you think that makes her pussy wet?
Buddy, was she getting plowed?
That's what.
Is that you, Fiery Plane? I don't know what your in-game name is. I guess that's you.
I'm saying.
What we're describing here is two grown men who are fantasizing about a stranger and his wife and what they do in the bedroom.
No. What we have here are two grown comedians roasting the fuck out of you for views.
Or don't do in the bedroom. That is creepy weirdo shit.
And here we have iDubbbz with the bull, folks. There's iDubbbz with...
He used to know what jokes were. Do you guys remember when iDubbbz knew what jokes were back in the day? What the fuck happened, man?
The bull.
He's using sexualized terms to describe a picture of me and my dog. And what are we doing? So many people...
Jokes! They're doing jokes! And unlike you, they're funny.
Will tell Anissa and I of just like, don't feed into the hate. And it's like, okay, we're going to post some normal stuff. Anissa posts just me with a picture of my dog, and this is the type of commentary we get about it.
iDubbbz with the bull. Gorgeous Gabe plowed her in the back room of the salon. 3-hour bukkake session with all of
For that white trash princess. Now Ian is the joke police. No, he is the joke.
the male stylists.
If you're curious about the hairdresser these guys are talking about, I will point you to my disgraced boxing coach, Michael Briggs. For some reason, this stupid fucking loser and his dumb as rocks wife decided to go on the H3 podcast. They already spilled their guts. They were getting paid like $5,000 to go on this podcast.
I'm going to be sending you guys $5,000 for the bonus that you...
They weren't paid $5,000 to go on the podcast. They were paid $5,000 because while on that podcast, they talked about how you didn't pay them. So Ethan stepped up to cover your tab, to pay your debts, sir. That's different than being paid to appear on the podcast.
never got.
I think they were maybe afraid that they wouldn't get the money if they didn't thoroughly trash us.
They weren't promised the money until after they thoroughly trashed you. Did you even watch that episode of the podcast, or did you just see clips? I'm loving the reframing here.
So them maybe thinking that they weren't trashing us hard enough, Michael Briggs decided to invoke the name of one of his presumably friends and say that Anissa was like thirsting after him.
She definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. Yeah, even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very...
What he's doing there is called reading the room. Something you would know if you had experience with women is you can tell when they're into you, sometimes just by a look that they might have. And, you know, it also doesn't help that the guy's name was Gorgeous Gabe.
into it.
For whatever it's worth, every time Michael Briggs, my disgraced boxing coach, would reference Gabe, he would always refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe.
Why? Why do you think that is, iDubbbz?
He couldn't help but refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe on the podcast.
I would call him Gorgeous Gabe.
He's a beautiful guy.
Yeah, he's got tattoos. He's large. He's tan.
I don't call him that. My wife doesn't call him that. If you have some unresolved sexual tension or fantasies, whatever.
But did people at the gym call him that? Did he have a reputation for being called that? And your wife might not have called him that in front of you. But was that a nickname that he had?
Whatever the fuck it is, you need to keep that shit to yourself and not project it onto other people. I wish the best to Gabe. Michael Briggs, on the other hand, absolute fucking creep weirdo. Now I know.
I wish the best of the guy who probably banged my wife, who's tougher and bigger than me, and I don't want him to beat me up, so I need him to know I'm not mad at him so that he doesn't come and beat me up. Please don't beat me up, Gorgeous Gabe. It's okay that you to my wife.
I know a lot of this is very grotesque and obsessive. I would prefer if people didn't talk about me and my wife or other people in this way.
I'm sure you would.
I briefly want.
A lot of people on the internet would prefer if people didn't talk about them in a certain way. Wishing it or preferring it doesn't make it so.
I want to talk about the concept of being a LOLCOW because
you are. Continue.
these fucking losers, they love the
suck at
concept of like labeling someone a LOLCOW and then like bullying them and watching their life spiral out of control.
Yeah, it's how being a LOLCOW works. You nailed it, son.
They won't, you know, say as much. They'll just be like, yeah, we just do it for laughs. The whole thing's entertainment. It's just a, you know.
Some people do it for laughs. Some people do want to watch it spiral out of control. That's how you end up with a Chris Chan type of situation. But in your case, well, I'm the guy that just likes the chuckles. Your life spiraling out of control. That's all you're doing, bud.
Just innocent guys just having a laugh. Thankfully, Anissa and I.
It's funny how he's not naming Kino Casino, but he clearly knows a lot about them. Oh, yeah, they're like Voldemort. He clearly knows who they are, probably hate watches them or you know, jerks off to them because humiliation fetish. So the more they make fun of him, the harder his little wee-wee gets. But he knows who they are. No. Oh, I'm glad you guys are better at me than this.
I are in a much
better at this than me. Yes, I get it. Dyslexia kicked in. Shut up. I'd prefer if people didn't talk about my dyslexia. Thank you.
Safer and privileged position than many other people who are the targets of guys like this who want to bully them into submission. So now I want to look at two different clips from these guys. There is the fat one and his cohort who are listening to Anissa describe
he who shall not be named.
Like essentially having a hard time online, seeing people mock and make fun of her dad with Alzheimer's.
They were laughing at my dad for getting sick on some of these forums.
What did you think? What did you think?
Wait, they made fun of Alzheimer's? I mean, you might have a little bit of a win here. That's kind of shitty. My grandpa had Alzheimer's too, but let's hear the Alzheimer's joke. Because my question isn't, did he make fun of somebody with Alzheimer's? My question is always, was the joke funny? Because that's what I need to know. Anissa pegs him while watching Kino Casino for sure. Yeah, she's listening to them like a podcast while she's just tearing iDubbbz ass up. All right, let's hear the joke. Is it funny?
I think because you shared it online.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's what people are gonna do because they want to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah.
I don't think they probably even really believe the stuff that they're saying, but they know because it's extreme and like edgy that it will cause you mentally spiral like this. So that's why they do it. And you're telling them that it affects you. So guess what? They're going to keep doing it. This is how the internet works. It shouldn't be, but that's how it is.
The whole time.
Wait, where was the joke? All he did was mention that he had dementia. Where was them making fun of the guy with dementia? He's not talking about her dad right there. He's talking about you guys. He just mentioned the fact that her dad had that. What? We'll go back. We'll listen to it again.
Sick on some of these forums, like
What did
just like
you
really
think? What did you think? Because you shared it online?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what people are gonna do because they want to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah.
I don't think they probably even really believe the stuff that they're saying, but they know because it's extreme and like edgy that it will cause you mentally spiral like this. So that's why they do it. And you're telling them that it affects you. So guess what? They're gonna keep doing it. This is how.
Yeah, all I did was mention it. There's no joke there. What do you mean he made fun of someone with dementia? All I did was mention it. This is retarded. This is so bad. This is a terrible video.
How the internet works. It shouldn't be, but that's how it is.
The whole time, he is not saying that he is a perpetrator of bullying her. What he's saying is that other people are doing that. But he is doing it actively. In this video, he is bullying Anissa. And in other videos, he's literally bullied and made fun of her dad who has Alzheimer's.
With a late stage.
Okay, here we go. Here's gonna be where you show him making fun of her dad with Alzheimer's, right? Hey, I made a shot. How about that?
Bullied and made fun of her dad who has Alzheimer's.
With a late stage dementia patient who is a extremist Muslim, and he sees his daughter covered in tattoos, married to iDubbbz the cuck, and he just freaks the f out. iDubbbz is having to take him on walks through the neighborhood, talk to this demented guy.
So this is something that he's very familiar with. But for some reason...
Wait, where's the joke in that, though? He's just, like, describing things that happened. He does have dementia. These are things he may be exposed to and have to watch online. This is still just making fun of you and Anissa. And why people should feel bad for her dad. If anything, it's sympathy for her dad because the poor guy has dementia. Now the only exposure he has to his daughter is through this light. Was it because of the extremist Muslim comment? I mean, I don't know if her dad was or wasn't. If it's true, then it's not a joke. If it's not true, then maybe. I don't know, man. This is reaching. And
in this moment, he refuses to take any ownership of the fact that he is part of the problem.
Like, that's what people are going to do because they want to get a reaction out of you. So that's why they do it. And you're telling them that it affects you.
He doesn't want to admit it. And it makes you wonder why. And we get a little window into that at the end of the clip.
This is how the internet works. It shouldn't be, but that's how it is.
He says in this moment, it shouldn't be. Why the fuck do you think he says it shouldn't be?
Because that's not how the internet should work. People should behave better on the internet, but because it's the internet, people behave in ways they wouldn't in real life. Damn it, I fucked that up.
Could that be because it's wrong and it's a mean, evil thing to do? To acknowledge that someone is suffering and deciding that you are going to attack them online continuously for the thing that they are, either insecure or struggling with? It's plain as day that he's...
Acknowledging it isn't the part that's wrong, dumbass. That's not what he was pointing out. He's pointing out how other people are going to react to it. He was a lot nicer than all of the other people. He was pointing out to you why your actions are getting the responses you're going to get and why you should be cognizant of them. Because, yeah, it sucks that people are going to have those kind of reactions online. It really does. But we all know that's how the internet works. We all know that's what people are going to do. So certain things you don't share or say on the internet because you're just giving ammo for people to make fun of you. Like, that's just going to happen. And you either acknowledge that and you're fine with it, you own it, or you just don't say it online unless you're prepared for that. Like, sorry, lesson learned. Oh my God, I cannot hit this ball. You just either you don't say that stuff. Like if you come out and you tell the internet that you like to watch your wife get banged by big burly black dudes, you just love to see her take that BBC. Well, that's fine if that's what you're into, but you have to understand the majority of the internet are probably going to give you shit for it. And if you're not prepared to just own it because, hey, I want the world to know that I like watching my wife take the BBC. It gets my wee-wee hard. I like it. And maybe I want to post about it so I can find new BBCs for her to bang. If you're not ready to own it and that's why you're posting it, then don't fucking post that, because everyone is going to make memes about you and they're going to laugh at you. And that's just how the internet works, man. In real life, people probably wouldn't say anything. True, sure, it's mean, blah, blah, blah. But what are you, 12? You're gonna, oh, he was mean to me online, guys. He's a bully. Just grow the fuck up. Ian thinks it's a gotcha. This is what 12-year-olds thinks are gotcha. He was being mean to me, and I'm going to tell the teacher. Just shut the fuck up, man. Jesus.
It's part of the problem, but he fucking refuses, like a coward does, to take any responsibility for him being part of the problem. I don't think a lot of these commentary channels want to be held to a higher standard. I think they want to comment on the strategy of things, and they don't want to reveal too much of their own morals or principles.
The exact standard you set in your content cops way back in the day. You didn't reveal any of your standards or principles. As far as we were concerned, you didn't have any. You were the N-word F-slur guy. Dude, him making this video is just, like, this has got to be studied. Like, it is the definition of irony. Holy fuck. You are the last person on the internet who should be making this video.
This next guy is the perfect example of what I'm describing. He is being very critical of me talking to a therapist. And by the way, that wasn't even a therapy session. I just happened to cry in that moment, and I was like, this might be...
You brought a therapist on and cucked the therapist into an impromptu therapy session. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't an agreed upon therapy session and he just came there to talk. But as soon as you had a therapist in the room, you unloaded on him. You held that poor therapist hostage. He now finds himself in a therapy session that he didn't agree to. What was he supposed to do? Yeah, you cried. He didn't ask you to do that. And now you're crying in front of a therapist. What do you think is going to happen? The therapist is going to, well, he's going to therapize. Therapize? Therapize. He's going to therapize you. Yeah, he's going to therapize you because now you've got him in the moment where he has to be like, oh shit, now I got to deal with this. That's what's going to happen.
be able to communicate
And you knew that. That's why you did it. This manipulative as fuck.
authenticity. So I'll include it.
And then Ian goes on a podcast.
Like when a girl cries during an argument because she thinks it's going to help her win the argument. Holy shit. 9-0. Yeah. Trick shot. You were the man. Thanks for joining. I wasn't taking this game all that seriously, obviously. But hey, it's nice to win and have some wins in the background while we cover the content.
With a therapist and gets extremely real with him, which is a profoundly stupid idea. Like eating with your mouth full on camera. He of all people should know better than to go on a therapist's podcast and vent about his very real problems on a public forum like that. Because people will use...
Yet there's a reason why therapy sessions are confidential and cameras aren't allowed in the real world, because every bit of that is going to be ammo that can be used against you. And they know that it might be embarrassing and get you made fun of. So that's why therapy sessions are confidential and your secrets are supposed to be safe. Therapy sessions are the absolute real world idea of a safe space. But you chose to do yours in front of a camera online for the internet to see. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the main menu and we'll restart. Yep, timed out. Okay. That's why they don't do online therapy sessions during a live stream. And no therapist will ever call them a therapy session live, because I'm pretty sure it's illegal to do it in front of an audience. That's why all of these therapists, Dr. K, the one that you talked to, I forget his name, like all of these online therapists do these sessions where they're just having conversations. And then they say multiple times, this is not a therapy session. I can't diagnose you with anything. This is not a therapy session. This is not a therapy session. This is not a therapy session. I'm pretty sure yours said the same thing, that you edited out or clipped out or whatever. I'm pretty sure that that was the agreement. And then you start crying in front of him. Well, you just turned it into a therapy session that he didn't agree to. You did the thing the doctor even acknowledges you're not supposed to do.
Use that information against him, like this.
The same person live streamed his own therapy session where he actually cried.
If you're going to be a hater ass bitch,
No.
take it the full way. Take responsibility for having the opinion that crying online is pathetic and weak. Don't say
That's what he did. I mean, it is kind of pathetic and weak, but that's not even the point he was making. He wasn't trying to call you weak. The point in it is that you can't be mad at people's reaction to it because you had to know the reaction they were going to have. Like, you should have known what the fallout from this would have been. He's just basically saying this was a stupid thing to do. Why the fuck did you do it? Why would you? And it's not even like it happened by accident during a live stream and, you know, your emotions got the better of you. This was an edited video. You chose to leave this in. Why?
I am the enlightened centrist, and other people are going to make fun of you for that.
Because people will use that information against him.
People will...
They're not using the fact that you're an enlightened centrist against you. You're using the fact that you're kind of a bitch. You're kind of a cuck. You're kind of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to make fun of guys online who cry. Okay? That's why guys don't cry publicly. Oh, shit. That is not going where I wanted it to go.
Use the information against me. Who's people? I'm pretty sure you're people. You're the one who's playing this fucking clip. You're the one who's making this video called the most toxic wife. I don't know why the...
Are you retarded? What do you mean, who's people? The internet. All of the people on the internet. He's letting you know the general public, the people in the comments probably on that video and other videos like it. He's letting you know, hey, this is how people are going to react. He was actually not being one of those people in this moment. He can't be this stupid. This is intentional.
These fucking pussies don't accept the full...
The man who cried during the clip is the guy calling the other guy a pussy. Okay, bud. I'm sure that'll work. That'll show him.
Troll mask. They're acting as if being sincere is impossible to do online. It's not impossible. It's difficult in the situation that Anissa and I are in, but we're making that choice intentionally. So you making this bold claim that we are like unaware what happens when Anissa talks about her dad who has Alzheimer's or me crying, like, we're very aware that that is going to be viewed as gay and be made fun of by people like you.
Then why do you do it? Why do you keep doing it? Did he just admit it's like a humiliation fetish? Like he's doing it on purpose? Because he likes the humiliation? Like, you've acknowledged that you know the humiliation is coming when you do these things, and you are doing them intentionally. It is intentional. He does have a humiliation fetish confirmed, guys.
Now I'm going to react to a couple of these random creators who have made videos or statements about Anissa and I.
I'm going to look up some of these because I guarantee you some of them have like my level of viewership. That he's going out of his way to find the worst of the worst and calling out people. He's about to punch real down. He's not going to call out people like Nicholas Diorio or Kino Casino or the people who actually have platforms. He's going to call out the smaller creators who don't have the means to defend themselves publicly because no one's going to hear their voice. That's what's going to happen. People you think you still have the power to bully off the internet. Because don't forget, that was his bread and butter for a long time, bullying people off of the internet with his videos. He's trying to find the safe way to do that again. So how do you bully people off the internet while still being PC and not edgy? While being the laughing stock of the internet? Oh, I know how. Pick on smaller channels that can't defend themselves, where what little viewers I have left, what little audience I have left I can tap into is going to outnumber the audience that they have, and maybe it'll drown out their comment section and bully them off the internet. Well, you know what? I know I'm not in this. But if any of his fans are reacting to this and you want to test the theory, do your worst in my comments. I'll be here tomorrow. And the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that.
Just to give you a taste of what an average is. And additionally, like in making some of those videos, it just attracts a certain type of person where they're like, I'm going to list off a bunch of people I consider LOLCOWs or people who are mentally like disabled. And I'm
okay. What channel is this? Put the channel name up there so I can see it.
going to tell you to make fucking documentaries about them. And then in that case, like, I'm not fucking doing that. You seeing that happen right now with World of T-shirts? There's a lot of people who think they're like doing it responsibly or respectfully, and it's just hell. It's just like, what the f is any of this shit?
Bro, what is going on? Anissa legitimately convinced him his entire—
Hey, it's more Pegasus. Or regular Pegasus. I don't know, more Pegasus might be his second channel. But he's big enough to have 2 channels. Okay, maybe I was wrong.
being as a person is bad.
Did I once say my entire being is bad? You're allowed to be critical of yourself and the...
You don't have to say it for him to think it. Sometimes you can say things without saying the words, Ian. This is the line of argumentation that those snarkers use, like the one I debated. I never said I was that. You don't have to say you are a thing for us to see it with our eye holes, okay?
content you're making. You would benefit from being a little critical of the content you're making. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, actually comment on what I was talking about. Do you agree or disagree with a statement that you should be making videos and documentaries about people who are mentally disabled?
Yeah, good shit. Another victory for the background. Enjoying the content? Got to keep the TikTok crowd happy.
Because you are encouraged by your fan base to do so. Do you agree with that? Maybe engage with the prompt.
And fellas, and even fellettes, all right? Never, just listen up.
He does not look like I thought he would look. I've seen some of Pegasus videos and stuff, and he does not look the way I thought he would look just listening to his voice. That is not what I thought he would look like. Just saying. Voice doesn't match. Oh, I went back to the lobby to switch cars.
All right? Never let your partner actually change you this much. Never let them convince you that you are so bad as a person. Like, everything you do, everything...
I'm going to disagree with Pegasus. This isn't a... This isn't like a win for iDubbbz, by the way. This isn't me agreeing with iDubbbz or like props to him. I'm just disagreeing with Pegasus because I don't believe that his girlfriend convinced him he was a certain way or turned him into this. I believe he was always this. She just convinced him his content was bad and that his content should match who he is and he should stop doing this edgy online persona. Because I believe that who he was in the videos was a persona. That's not who he was in real life. I believe he's always been a incel cuck loser. She just gave him the confidence to be that publicly. I think it's quite the opposite.
The way you act, everything you believe is bad, and you must agree to their way of life, everything they do. Obviously,
why do you think that she thinks everything I do is bad? I'm like, man, these people have fucking...
Because of the way she reacts to literally everything you do.
Drank the Kool-Aid to a disgusting degree.
Obviously, if there's legitimate criticism taken into account or whatever, but this is legitimately tragic. He cannot be proud of a single thing he's ever done in his entire life. He just feels guilty about all of it because of Anissa.
Dude, I'm proud of plenty of things. I'm not...
He's proud of getting that first piece and only piece of pussy. I'm
just gonna go on stream and declare it. Like, what do you, like, it's so boring.
Maybe you should. Because the things you do go on stream and declare are embarrassing. Maybe focus on your W's.
Like, I don't want to talk about how proud I am of making the Airsoft Fatty documentary. Like,
because you're not. You're clearly not. And Airsoft exposed that much with the text messages of yours that he leaked on his video that apparently I'm the only one that reacted to because no one else would watch. So the only reason more people aren't talking about that is just because other people find Airsoft Fatty too cringe to even watch when he's exposing you. But we watched it on stream, and yeah, you're kind of an asshole to Fatty. It was clear that you were using him for views and you regretted doing it. That if you could go back in time, you wouldn't make that documentary again. It's kind of weird that you're proud of the thing you wouldn't make if you could go back in time and redo that.
Do you guys really need me to fucking bloviate about how I really...
Bloviate? Somebody got a word of the day calendar for his birthday. Look at you. That is definitely not part of your daily vocabulary.
enjoyed following the narrative structure of a fatty battling with his friends in Battle Creek.
It was my opinion that some of your content in the past was actually good before. It was actually logical. You made some good points. You don't need to feel so bad
That's how most people feel about him.
about every single thing.
shot.
You know, maybe you did some bad shit. You said some slurs. That shit was bad. Whatever.
Dude, I know. I just, this is so frustrating. I just want to say, like, a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about are going to be upsetting, or they're going to be a downer to you, because
They are, like, in nature, upsetting and a downer, because you're a depressing individual now, and that's the thing everyone keeps trying to tell you. Stop talking about the depressing shit. You're ruining your image, even the image you're trying to make new after not wanting to be edgy anymore. This is ruining your new image. This is just embarrassing, and why are you doing it? So many people are just confused as to why you're doing it. And the only logical conclusion anyone can come to is it's intentional, which you confirmed earlier, and that it's probably a humiliation fetish. Now, I don't know if it's a fetish for sure, but at least we know for sure now that it was intentional.
that's interesting. I don't know if it's because I have a higher threshold. It kind of feels like I do, right? A lot of the things that these commentators are commenting on is they're saying, like, oh my gosh, that would crush me, basically, if my wife described me in that way or said that about me. And it's like, okay, it would hurt you.
It would hurt most people. That's the point. If you're someone that should hurt most people, she's saying hurtful things. If you're someone who's not hurt by the things she's saying, that's a red flag. You might have a humiliation fetish. Your reaction to the things she's saying about you as her husband is not normal. That's the point. You're the one who's not normal here, not them. Your reactions are the ones that is the thing that's not normal. You shouldn't be reacting the way you're reacting to the things that she's saying. You shouldn't be okay with them.
You're feeling bad through me. You think that I'm feeling those same...
No, I'm not feeling bad for you. We're just pointing out that, hey, he might be into this. Because any normal person would be mad at it. The fact that you're not mad at it means you might be enjoying it. And that's weird. That's it. That's all that's happening here, man.
feelings that you're feeling.
He's not going to show any clips where anybody calls it a humiliation fetish or anything. Like, he's not going to address that. He's just going to keep framing it as if he's being bullied. Because this is part of that ritual.
I'm not.
A lot of like good shit to your content as well. You're legitimately, fighting against like evil people and shit like that.
Because I'm sensing this guy as being his own version of sincere, because I honestly think, I don't know how old this guy is, but I'm going to say a teenager.
He definitely knows who this guy is, how old he is, and has been hate watching his content for a minute. Just making that part clear.
A teenage commentary YouTuber. I'm going to say that their version...
Also, he's definitely in his 20s. That is not a teenager.
...of sincere.
I don't even know the guy, and I can just look at him and tell that that's what that is. Damn it. He fucking re-angled my car. Fuck.
Is going to look very different than mine. I'll take what I can get right now from this guy. When I'm giving my actual authentic take about something, you don't need to...
Yeah, Pegasus is not a small channel. He's definitely chose to highlight him for a reason. He definitely knows who he is, and he's definitely been hate watching his content for a while.
Put the blame on my wife.
He's doing the Hassan Piker thing of pretending not to know who big YouTubers that talk about him are.
You don't need to say that she's controlling me. This is very off base. People who are in relationships, they communicate, they talk. This is just the reality of getting in a relationship and becoming more enmeshed. Like, it happens. If we eventually have a kid together, like, it's very important that we're on the same page and that we communicate. I know it might feel like you have some outsider insight, but it is just very...
They have only what you've been feeding them. By your own admission, this is a feed the trolls video. They have only what you've been feeding them. And you are continuing to do so.
Wrong. I feel very free to speak my truth.
Yeah, like, we don't need outsider information when you're putting all your cards on the table publicly for everyone to see. You're airing your dirty laundry on chat. Like on live stream, you're airing your dirty laundry. We don't need any insider information anymore. You're giving us a window into your world. Maybe you should stop streaming. Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I agree, Bri.
Do you want to know why this shit makes me so mad?
Let me guess. Tactone was a former, because he looks the type, and you're the type of person that he wanted to purge from his audience, you right-winger. Tactone was a former iDubbbz fan, and he was probably inspired by iDubbbz to make videos and stuff. A lot of people were. That's not uncommon. Oh, fuck, I jumped over it.
Because there was a point in time, back in OnlyFans Season 1, where I was like, dude, iDubbbz is the fucking man. Such a chill guy. So down to earth. Loved meeting him in real life.
Ah, damn, I was
Loved
gonna make
playing
it go.
games with him. This guy was the fucking man.
I think Tectone is remembering this in a kind of a weird way. It seems like he's very nostalgic and happy about it. He's being very over the top of how epic I was. But by this time, everyone...
Now, you were pretty epic and everyone knew it, and I think you did too, due to the sheer number of subscribers and views that you had. You were the stuff of internet legend. Now you're a cautionary tale. 9-0 again. Yeah, you're fucking crushing it, Trickshot. Damn, dude. Are you autistic, or did you just know life the game? How did this happen? How'd you get so good?
had like decided that Anissa controls my life and that I'm a beta male soy cuck boy. So it actually is very funny that he's coming out now saying like, man, he was the man just 2 years ago. It's like, dude, the fucking cat was out of the bag 2 years ago.
Also, Tactone took a break from streaming like a week ago. This is definitely not a new clip. I'm pretty sure this clip's like a year or two old. It's an older clip. I don't know why he's honing in on this one.
Also, it's weird because I didn't play games with him other than we were in the same guild. I don't know. I think he's just trying.
Yeah, if you're in the same guild with people, then you play games with them. I'm pretty sure you guys did some raids or stuff together. That counts. Just because it wasn't just you and him. Okay. Like he's downplaying the fact that he used to be in these circles. Yeah. When you used to be in these circles and then you're not anymore, the people who are in them are going to be like, what happened to this guy? He used to be one of us and now he's not. Oh God. I got gas.
To add on to this narrative that the internet likes of, man, he used to be so awesome. He was so cool. And then
it's not a narrative the internet likes. It was a pretty common sentiment. It's why you were popular to begin with.
Then he fucking got corrupted by that fucking bitch.
He was one of my favorite content creators of all time.
Sorry.
And to see that this is what he became. I mean, this guy inspired me to do content. Like my breakdowns on people's entire character was inspired by iDubbbz. And it's so lame. Like to see what one woman's pussy and Hassan can do to a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not gonna agree with that she did it. I mean, Hassan's influence definitely affected what he's making right now, and that's because he is grifting hard to get into that audience. But as far as him being ruined, I don't think he was ruined. My conspiracy theory on iDubbbz may not be the popular one. Everybody wants to blame the woman, but I think that's what he wants you to do. I think he was always like this. She just gave him the courage to be his true self publicly. Back in the day, he used to understand if I show people what I'm really like, they're gonna make fun of me. So I got to put on this tough guy persona on the internet in order to survive, and he was right to do so.
Is insane to me. And if he just would have remained true to himself, he wouldn't have ended up this husk of a man he is today, and probably would have way more viewers and wouldn't having to be making content that he hates.
And of course, Tactone's gonna have that opinion because he's a misogynist. He's a misogynist, the right winger, the homophobe, transphobe, Zionist.
For money, it's just.
This is such fucking cope, man. Like, hearing Tectone say it, it's just like, it's reminding me how many times I've heard this fucking script. These people cannot fathom that the based epic N-word guy has changed his mind over time. It's got to be a woman's pussy or Hassan. I think if they accept that I came to that decision on my own, they have to reckon with...
It's such an illogical decision to come to. They're trying to figure out how it happened. Like, nothing happened to spark this. The only change in your life to spark this, I see why everyone comes to that conclusion. The only change in your life to spark this is the fact that you got with her. Nothing else about you changed. It's not like you had a moment where you lost a debate or you were humbled in front of everybody publicly. It's not like you were ever punished for your actions, so you needed to change them. You didn't get banned. You didn't get in trouble for it. Like, literally nothing else happened to warrant this change other than that. Like, if you're saying it's not that and that you grew up, then you need to demonstrate that. Otherwise, people aren't going to believe it. And making one video after you got with her, where after you've been gone from the internet a long time, like, we didn't get to see any of that growth or any of that change. So I don't understand what you're not getting here. Like, you need to show that. Making one video where you cry about it and complain about your old fans isn't convincing anybody, obviously.
With some demons of their own. Like, it's hard to accept.
I made friends with all of my demons. We party on the weekends now. You can't get to me.
The fact that I've taken this journey and it's not one I regret. It's actually one that I've felt better after doing.
And Tectone is right. This guy is such a disappointment. Like, iDubbbz calling people incels when the first woman he met literally destroyed, like, took over his life and destroyed him, dude.
I don't know if this is your own theory or if it's just like...
It's all of the internet's theory, except for mine. I have my own. Mine's the unpopular one, where I'm just going to let you own how pathetic you are and say that that's who you've always been. Because I thoroughly believe that. And I think this part of the video might be sincere. He is genuinely upset that everyone's blaming his girlfriend. And I think he's being honest when he says it's not her. I don't think he changed as a person. I think who he was an act. Who he was portraying himself online was an act, and all she did was convince him not to put on the act anymore. And he's so proud of himself for, because he talked earlier about pride. He's so proud of himself for having the courage to be himself online, and now he's mad at the, he's mad at the reaction that he's been getting from the internet ever since. Damn it.
In your brain from all the other hate videos, but Anissa is not the first person or not the first woman I've met. I've met plenty of other women. She's certainly not the first woman I've dated, and certainly not the first woman I've had sex with.
Cap.
But I will admit...
She said it herself that she was the first. So either you lied to her or you're lying to us. Which one are you going to admit to? You going to admit to lying to your wife because she believes she was the first? Or are you lying to the internet right now? Which one is it? Which one is it, iDubbbz?
That she's the first woman I married.
It can't be both.
Also, there are a lot of grown men out there who were outraged to find...
Did you just forget she said that publicly? Like, has she said so much embarrassing shit about you publicly on y'all's podcast that you can't even keep track of it anymore? She herself said that she was the first woman that you had sex with. Hey, I made one. I got one.
Find out that I changed my last name from Washburn to Jama when I married Anissa.
Both of those names are horrible.
Who took his wife's last name, taking Anissa's last name, taking your wife's last name.
He's taken her last name.
His last name?
The last name, the story. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's so many. I forgot.
I think some of these people think I'm trying to push a woke agenda or some shit, but I don't give a fuck what anyone does with their own last names. This is what I chose to do because I like her last name better.
No, because she likes her last name better. She said herself that she convinced you to change it because your last name didn't sound good. She didn't want her last name to be that. She forced you to do it. This is again, you're contradicting all stuff that your own wife has said about you publicly. Why aren't you addressing the stuff your wife has said publicly about you? Why aren't you addressing the troll comments and the embarrassing shit that she said? Why is it everyone else's fault for just noticing them?
When my rancid boxing coach and his wife decided to go on the H3 podcast as like this mutual exchange of talking shit about Anissa and I in exchange for $5,000.
Not what happened. They went on there because they needed a platform to tell their side of the story, and Ethan was willing to give it. The money wasn't offered until after they were already on the show. Just to be clear, because he loves to reframe this as if H3 called them up and offered them $5,000 to come on there and talk shit about you, and that's not what happened.
That was sort of under the premise that I owed them some sort of bonus money.
Yeah, I mean, like, we were also promised a bonus on CC1 and we never got it. But because Michael was so nice, he didn't want to, like, make Ian feel uncomfortable and ask Ian and Nisa about it.
And I was...
So the bonus money they're talking about is how everybody got a bonus except for them. And I think one other person, I don't think Airsoft Fatty got one either. But it was understood, if you didn't promise bonuses to people, then you didn't make that clear, because literally everyone else involved thought the bonus was standard and included, and they started talking after the event was over, and that's where this idea of the bonus came from. The fact that multiple people got that bonus and started talking about how they got a bonus, and then when other people didn't, the 2 people that didn't, I think it was only 2, don't quote me on that. I haven't watched all Nicholas Diorio's coverage on it because he's the guy I've been obsessed with this, but yeah, it was pretty understood that that bonus was part of it. Now, no one's seen the contracts, to the best of my knowledge, that were signed for Creator Clash 1, so who's to say? But it definitely sounds like if one person got a bonus, everyone should be getting a bonus. If the event was successful and one person got a bonus, then everyone should. And H3 also agreed with that, so that's why they got the money. They got the money because, yes, they believed you owed it to them. Now, you can easily debunk all of this by showing that contract right now, by showing an example of that contract right now, showing the clause for how they would be paid right now in this video. And that'll debunk all of this and prove you right. And this will be the 1 W you get in this video. So let's see if he brought the receipts. So let's see if he shows that there was no bonus promised.
I was always under the assumption that there was no bonus.
I'm gonna guess not.
Because even though he told me there was a bonus, he then disappeared for 6 months and I never saw him. So I was like, was there a bonus or was there not a bonus?
There was never a bonus. I never spoke to these losers about a bonus. I was paying these people an hourly rate to do the job that I asked for them to do, and they got paid. This fucking loser with the beard got paid $32,000 for training an influencer to box, and she got paid $9,000 to film some of it. They conveniently never talked to either one of us about it.
You confronted about that? You asked them, or you didn't want to?
No, I just let it.
Why didn't they confront you about it? Why didn't they confront you about it? That's an important bit there, Ian.
Because I'm the same.
They conveniently don't have any text messages or emails or contracts.
But you do, and you could show it right now.
That have anything to do with bonus money, because that conversation didn't happen. They are lying to Ethan and his crew, and they're lying to the audience.
So prove them wrong right now in front of everybody and take your W. Why aren't you showing that contract that you most definitely have a copy of?
How is it that we put on this great event? We raised $1.3 million for charity, and he promised us a bonus. And then right after the event, he just kind of pretend like he's too busy to check in with us.
Too busy to check in with you? I don't need to fucking check in with you. You're not my parents. What?
But they're your employees. Yes, you have to check in with your employees when you run a business. You hired them. You gave them an hourly rate. They are your employees. And if they don't know what's going on, they can't do their job. So yes, you should be checking in with them. You're their boss. That's how this works.
What the fuck are you talking about? You weren't promised a bonus. I was doing my own shit. Why the fuck?
He's not going to show a goddamn thing. He's lying. Sorry, I believe them over you. And unless you want to prove them wrong, I'm just going to believe them over you. Because everything they said lines up and seems true. Nothing you said does. I think that you didn't give them the bonus because you didn't end up using their footage, so you felt like it doesn't matter. You're not getting the documentary. And all you got to do is even prove that, but you don't want to do that either because it's going to make you look bad. But all you would have to do is prove that that bonus was tied to whether or not the document was released. And the documentary was released, and it wasn't. And since there was no documentary to speak of using their footage, then they don't get the bonus from the release of the documentary. That's all you got to say. But then everybody would just accuse you of not releasing the documentary on purpose as a way to stiff them out of $5,000. Yeah, like there's still no way you could win this. If that's what it actually says. I think you're just lying, to be honest.
Fuck would I want to spend my time with you when I'm filming a show with Dax Flame? You guys are fucking losers.
You confronted about that? You asked them, or you didn't want to
No, I just let it be.
Because I'm the same.
If it was promised to you, if this imaginary bonus was promised to you, that should give you a lot of confidence to at least say, bonus? That's potentially a lot of money for you, you know, in this fictional scenario where you were promised a bonus. Surely it makes sense to at least inquire if it was promised to you, right? Because I'd been consistently paying you day after day for all the work you were doing.
So you're giving them reason to believe they don't need to inquire about it because you were consistently paying them, so they thought that it would come when everyone else's came, and then it didn't.
So if I never missed a payment...
Also, they have no reason to, like, they were trying to not bother you about money because this is about charity and they didn't want to seem greedy. They just kind of figured that you would hold your end of the bargain and they let things run the way they run. They kept the focus on the content that they were making and the charity that you guys were raising money for. Sounds like they were just, that's what good people would do. Good, honest people. I know. You've been terminally online for so long, you've forgotten what that looks like. But yeah, that's what that looks like.
For you and your wife, and a bonus was promised at some point, then don't you think it would be pretty fucking obvious and apparent that you should text me, hey, what about that bonus? Of course, but there was no bonus. Because you're fucking lying. Like, fuck.
So prove it.
Fuck these crooked people. They came on this podcast. They used this bonus thing as some sort of like weird exchange of like, yeah, we can't go on the podcast and just talk blatant shit about our clients. So what we're instead going to do is pretend like we were stiffed by our clients after they promised us a windfall of cash. There's so many other truthful things that they could have focused on the podcast that would have made me look like a bitch to a certain, you know, sector of the internet. One of those things being me crying after a tough sparring session. Like, that's truthful.
Did you say he cried?
We had to have a meeting.
So after that, so he was crying at the gym.
It's okay to cry, but it's not okay for him to cry. Now, to the crew of the H3 podcast.
It also depends on why you cried. Like, context matters.
I have something important to say. I think you are all pieces of shit. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for this episode of iDubbbz Complains. If you want to hear me complaining live in your ears...
why the hell would anyone want that?
Particularly today. If you're watching this video the day it comes out...
But we will be looking at that. Maybe not the whole thing. It's hours long, but I'm going to thumb through it and see if we can find some people he calls out that he didn't call out in this video. So if I see some H3 in this thumbnail or some other people, then I'll have a look at it.
Go and check out my Twitch live stream. I'll put a link in the description. I am going to be reacting to the H3 podcast where
he just wants to plug his September stream. Yeah, his September. He just, please give me your money. I'm living in a basement. And it's not even my mom's basement.
Rat Coach and his rat wife are being nasty rats together. So go give it a watch, give it a listen, and I'll, probably for the rest of this month, I will be reacting to shit and, I don't know, fucking stirring the pot. So thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, I'm good on whatever that ending is, Chief. We ain't watching that shit. Holy man. Alright, do we pull up his live stream VOD now? Or do you guys want to see the Snarker stuff and then maybe get into that if we got time? It's already 3 a.m. I can only go for another hour or two. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You want to round out this segment and continue with iDubbbz, or you want to go check out the H3 Snarker and save the iDubbbz stuff for a separate video? Snark first? Yeah, it's a shorter one. I think we can do both of those, and that'll probably call it quits for the content for tonight.